Good evening, everybody. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas welcoming you to the Metro. 15-round schedule here in this much-anticipated fight, and we are underway with round number 1. Big power punch from Roy. Roy Jones Jr. showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. Teddy, we've seen both these guys before, and we have a feeling, just kind of have the feeling that it could be one of those special nights.
Yeah, because their styles, it suits up for one of those special nights.
And he ties up on the inside. Roy Jones Jr.'s power is dynamic, truly dynamic. The kind of stuff that could end this fight early on.
Yeah, it is, but there's a danger to that, too. If he doesn't land early on, if he doesn't have his way early on, maybe he gets discouraged.
Oh, good exchange there. And he just holds on there.
Come on, get focused.
Nice block by Roy Jones. Calzage's coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Solid shot, the left hand came in. Good job, it was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Joe Calzage. And now that backhand, the straight left hand, scores well for him. Jones has got a real problem on his hands now, Teddy. I think the cut is actually worsening around his eye. He has to do a better job of watching out for that. He has to protect that eye.
Yeah, what he has to do now is give his corner man, his cut man, a chance for his work to be accomplished. In other words, there's been coagulants, chemicals put into that eye. Now the fighter has to move a little bit, be elusive, and allow those chemicals, those medicines to work.
Not hitting his mark there, going upstairs. Banking away a body shot with the right hand. Joe Calzage's, and all of a sudden the tables turn. Roy Jones Jr.'s rocked.
What's good for you is good for him.
Oh, he's hurt right there. He is hurt. You know, his opponent's doing a good job of just being patient now and looking for that one good shot.
Well, you know, the landscape of this business, the history of this business is littered with guys that they've had someone hurt, they get a little careless, they get caught. We better watch out that he doesn't get put on that landscape.
With that headshot. Good step back, counter punch there.
Beautiful.
Roy Jones Jr. is probably thinking to himself that he found an early answer. The counter punch doing damage here.
And his opponent's thinking, what the heck am I doing? Am I shadow boxing? Because I'm not finding nothing. But I tell you, if I am shadow boxing, that shadow, it has a little bit of a punch. It's hitting me back.
With the left hand, it was sudden, it was fast, it was direct by Calzage. I've heard people say about Roy Jones Jr., no matter what sport he was going to apply himself to, he was going to be a pro. He was going to be successful. If he played football, this is a guy that could have been a great defensive back. If he had taken on baseball at a young age, he would have made the major leagues. We know what he would have done in basketball. He's an accomplished basketball player as it is. You agree with that?
Well, to a certain extent, I do, because obviously he has good athletic genes. He is an athlete. He's a guy that possesses really tremendous physical abilities. But his temperament, He's a guy who's confident. He's a guy that's stubborn, a guy that wants to prove you wrong and make himself right. He's a guy who's really determined to get his way.
Jones' opponent landing an effective counterpunch right there. Calzage's really in position to control things in this fight if he can do what he did just there, and that's land a good, solid jab. Jones is making for a tough target there. He gets away from that punch. He brings an uppercut that really does damage there. A nice, crisp hook after a fine defensive effort. Roy Jones Jr., all that bravado, all that hubris, for right now, all those problems. The referee may be stopping this fight soon.
You know, Roy has always been a showman. Right now, he's got to be a little bit of a showman, a little bit of an actor. And act as though the referee should not stop this fight. Act as though he's okay.
Super two-punch combo by Roy Jones. Good job protecting himself. Unable to score with the hook. He gets hit, but he gives it right back. And that's the end of round 2. Let me paint this picture for you. You got to figure out a strategy, and your fighter's down to one eye.
I hope that he read some history books, or he watched a movie named 300. You saw that movie, didn't you? Great movie about the Spartans where they were outnumbered, and they had to get the terrain right to fight the fight. They had to get into the mountains where the greater forces, the great army, could not be the great army. They could not get in there and battle where they could take advantage of their superior forces. That's what he's got to do. He's got to move the fight into a portion of the ring where he will not be vulnerable on that side.
Scores well to the head with the right hand. Good fighting, snapping shot by Joe Calzage. He clinches when he gets to the inside. Tried to land that upstairs and was off. That uppercut absolutely rocked him. Well, I don't like the way his legs look at all right now. He got rocked. He just got rocked, and he's still taking punches.
The only way right now is to grab on a little bit, stop this flow.
The combo lands upstairs. You can see he's trying to score up top, but off the mark there. And oh, what a good Roy Jones Jr.'s tagged by a right hand. Teddy, I think he's going to go down. I think he's going to go down after getting tagged. Oh, he just solid. Big headshot puts him down. He gets up after that punch, put him down on the canvas.
Now he needs to get on that bicycle and stay away from this guy.
How about a return to sender with the left hand? Eddie, he did a smart thing right there. Just created enough space and then landed the counterpunch.
Looked like the Will of the Wisps, the old great Willie Peck. Made him miss, made him pay.
Solid, up off the deck, and now in control. He scores a knockdown of his own.
And he turns it around because when his opponent scored the knockdown, he got a little careless, a little lazy. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Calzage's now getting back up off the canvas. Roy Jones Jr. is getting away with one here. That was a low blow. Comes right back with a shot of his own. You see how quickly he pulls the trigger on the hook after that block? He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. It's tough to assess, but Jones's cut may look worse than it actually is. I mean, all the blood is spraying everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's exactly right. And you just wonder, and I know this isn't supposed to play in, but you wonder if the judges in close rounds, if they get influenced by that look.
Good, fun, entertaining fight if you're a fan, if you're a broadcaster. If you're in these two corners, you're probably sweating now as they've traded knockdowns. Now, you do have them up 2-1, though, as we start round number 4, Teddy.
Yeah, I mean, I think that he served himself a little bit. He learned something from that knockdown. He's been a little more cautious.
Huge right hand comes crashing home. Joe Calzage stunned, and he cannot block this onslaught.
Keep moving, keep moving.
Teddy, what's the one thing that shows you a fighter like this is recovered? That a guy who was just knocked down in the last round now comes out for the next round and is fine?
Well, the first thing I look at is, does he behave the way that he normally behaves? You know, is he a guy that all of a sudden starts running at his opponent, and that's not...
Big right hand. Oh, a big shot comes home for him. And once again, he goes down. The question is, can he rise up again?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Calzage's still in a tough spot here. Don't get fooled just thinking he beat the count and everything's fine.
And I'm not so sure that he can grab. So what you got to do now, if you're a trainer, the way you taught him in the gym is, you don't want to go grab because you might leave yourself open.
Big shot there. Can he beat the count? I don't think so here, Teddy.
Now I know where they got that saying, falling like a sack of potatoes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's it. It's over. Fight is over. Joe Calzage's unable to beat the count. Knockout loss for him.
Ladies and gentlemen, by way of knockouts, your winner, Roy Jones Jr.
As we saw, he was up on your scorecard throughout the evening. Roy Jones Jr. is now a winner by knockout.
Listen, you want to win, you want to get to a title, you want to be successful, but you want to make money. And this is one way to ensure you're going to make money, scoring knockouts.
Alongside Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time ringside.